Hey guys, welcome to another episode of
Media.
We Got Your Vote. I'm loving the We Got Your Vote episodes more and more. So I think I got a little rhythm going on throughout the week. We put out from some of the main topic discussions that we have for the main show, and we put those on the poll. Put them on the poll. That was a weird way to say it.
Honestly, as these topics father, our only job is to keep them off the poll.
Off the poll. Yeah, sorry, I missed. So I would
support sex workers. They're great.
I put the questions out throughout the week, and you guys chime in. Sometimes we get a few votes. Sometimes we get hundreds of votes. But you guys, you let your voices be heard, and we appreciate you guys on the community. Don't forget, if you like this video, hit the like and subscribe button. Become a member if you want to help us out a little bit more on this channel, because it helps us bring you even more great, awesome, quality content. I was about to say contact. I'm not going to call you. Unless something like you up. But without further ado, let's just get right into it. What's the first question that we have up?
What a week it's been. For those of you who have seen both films, who is a better sidekick for Borat? 71% liked Ken Davician as Azamat in the first one, and 29% liked Maria Bakalova as Tutar Sagdieva.
Have you watched Borat yet?
I have seen the first one, and the second one is on my to-watch list. I feel like the last week and a half of my life have been A, chaos, and B, Halloween time. So I understand there's other stuff going on in the world, and yes to all of that too, paying attention, but my movie viewing time is still very Halloween focused right now. So I'm like, all right, when that's done, I will check out Borat. I've heard nothing but great things. I have heard the actress who plays his daughter, Maria Bakalova, destroys it and holds her own very well. But I also understand that the sidekick in the first one is so iconic, and the scene in that was the iconic people crying, laughing scene. If you've seen it, you know the scene I'm talking about. That is hard to beat.
I know right now it's lopsided. I think it was at the numbers that you had. Was it still 7 right now? As of right this moment, it's still 72-28. It might be different from when.
I have 71-29.
Yeah, so it's more lopsided on the original guy, and I understand that, but I don't know. I have a feeling over time, I think it's going to go the other way, or maybe be more of a 50-50, or at least be closer, because she crushed it. And I can't wait to see more of her on it. I'm going to definitely watch the movie again. I enjoyed it. And I enjoyed her. And I learned a little bit more about her career. I saw her in an interview with Sacha Baron Cohen. I'm always butchering his name. But when they spoke about the infamous scene with Rudy, she talked about how she at no point that she never felt like that she wouldn't be saved, or she felt in danger. She trusted Sasha so much, and it's just, you could tell that he cared to make sure that she was going to be safe and whatnot. So you'll when you see the whole scene, even more than what they show you, what they've shown you online and whatnot, you'll know what I'm talking about. But Sasha, he's crushing it. I love their chemistry together, and I can't wait to see him on. There's a new show or TV series, or is it a movie on Netflix? Chicago 7, I believe. I can't wait to see that too. This is the year for him right now. He's crushing.
He's impressive. I always kind of forget just how impressive he is, and just one of those people. Every time he shows up in something, it's like, oh, you're really, really good.
You're really good.
I just rewatched the Tim Burton Sweeney Todd, and he's so fun in that. It's such a departure, and he sings, and he's great, and he's delightful in it. But it's just that fun reminder of you think of him as oh yeah, the Borat guy.
But no, the guy's a genius.
And again, good on him for finding two different, actors, comedians who are able to hold their own next to him in such an iconic performance.
Yeah, and both times it's very hard to knock it out of the park twice, and he crushed it both times with just what I didn't think of it until you just said it. finding somebody that can hold their own with his intelligence and his comedic style.
No, the fact that there's a second Borat movie and it's like apparently great is insane to me. Like, I feel like that sounds like such a recipe for disaster, but good on him, man.
Knock it out. All right,
we asked, the James Bond film No Time to Die explored a $600 million sale to streaming services. If this is to happen, which platform would be the best fit? 73% said Netflix, 17% said Amazon Prime, 8% said Hulu, and only 3% said Apple TV.
You know what I felt this really was? I feel like this question really was.
Which one do you have?
Exactly. To all the subscribers on Talking Through the Medias, which streaming platform do you have? 73% says Netflix.
Yeah. It's weird. I can't explain why, but my gut says Amazon Prime.
I have all three, and I agree. I think Amazon Prime
is
actually.
Did you just forget you put Apple TV in the poll?
I have all three. And it's funny how you knew that I was talking about Apple TV when I didn't mention that one. Yeah. So you knew which one I don't.
It ain't going to Apple TV, people. We know it.
And it's because and I know that I've been hearing that some of their original series are great, and I've seen the trailers and they look good. I'm just not gonna. If I'm gonna get it,
one too many.
It's gonna be a free trial. I'm gonna binge it like crazy or I'm gonna get rid of one of the ones that I currently have, or I'm gonna convince Apple to put us on a list. Let me see if I can work that deal out. And if you don't want me to look, there's Amy. Amy's great. She's like maybe
I'm all right. I'm also here.
Yeah. Yeah. If you don't want to let me watch your advanced screenings, there. How about Amy?
Maybe it is. Honestly, I'm trying to think of like why did my brain go to like that should be on Amazon Prime? Maybe it's just Borat is like still fresh in my brain. That should have been a huge theatrical release and it went to Amazon Prime.
I think of that TV series Hannah, which is on Amazon Prime, and I think of The Handmaid's Tale. It just feels like Bond, like the platform, the universe that it's not a universe, but the lineups that they have for original stuff. This Bond kind of fits. Either that or Netflix. But more than Netflix, to me, I agree. Amazon Prime seems like a better fit.
Amazon Prime has the money. Not that Netflix doesn't, but like, come on, Bezos, get us the Bond film. Yeah, shell out, my dude.
Do better with your factories and pay up with the $600 million.
Yeah, pay your workers an actual fair wage for the work they're doing.
And
give them bathroom breaks, and then maybe
give MGM some money
if you got some time.
And then
also end world hunger. Come on,
be more like Gates and less like Bezos.
You could do it.
Good, twice. He could repopulate Mars if he wanted to. The guy's got money.
I'm sorry, repopulate.
He's got the money. He can do it.
What was there first? All right, are we?
There was life there. I believe it. There was over 260 votes for that, by the way. You guys love your Amazon.
I just wanted to tell us that they had Netflix.
Yeah, I ain't got Netflix, so I say Netflix.
I have an ex-girlfriend with Netflix who hasn't changed the password yet. We also asked, does Michael B. Jordan possibly being set to direct Creed 3 bode well for the franchise? We have about an even split going right now, with 53% saying yes and 47% saying no. Which makes sense because he is unproven as a director, so I feel like it's just everybody making up like, well, here's how I think he'll do.
Yeah, the same people that are like, Heath Ledger won't make a good Joker, Ben Affleck won't make a good Batman. Well, you don't know. Let's see. I mean, it's not like I commented on this saying to somebody. It's not like Warner Brothers or Disney or something is giving Michael B. Jordan full control over a $300 million budget, super franchise. That's not what. If that was the case, I'm like, no, but
they wouldn't do it.
They wouldn't do it. But this is, if Creed 3 crushes, especially if it does better than Creed 1 or Creed 2, or at least it shows, or it gets great critic reviews, then little by little he might want to set his path on the director's trail. he might have dreams or desires to be a director. Maybe he didn't before, but maybe after working with is it Coogler, that maybe that's his new dream now. I'm sure he learned a lot from the directors he's worked with, and on top of that, he has a great director right there on set, as in a Sylvester Stallone, who also didn't have that much directing experience, but then the studios allowed him to direct the Rocky movie. So these things happen. We won't know unless it might become the worst out of the franchise, or it might be the best.
And then we just go, oopsie poopsie, won't do that again.
Yeah, exactly. Or maybe he'll do a director, even if this one doesn't do good, he might direct something. If he's taking it seriously, he seems like a smart guy. I think he'll do great. I can't imagine they're gonna let him like crash and burn. I just feel like, he's got too much talent surrounding him. Sylvester's right there. And Sylvester, this property is Sylvester Stallone's baby, so he's not going to let anybody mess it up. So we don't worry about it. It's going to be fine, guys. All right.
And finally, Scream 5 is in development. We asked, do you think that it's time for one of the original three, Sidney, Gale, or Dewey, to die, and which one? 59% said bye-bye Sidney, 22% voted Dewey, and 19% voted Gale.
Some Sidney haters, but it's the most logical thing. I talked about this on the show. I wouldn't be surprised, just to shock the fans, if Sidney is not the first person killed, or one of the original three. It's the first one that's not. It would.
You gotta do something. I feel like, for all the things that made Scream so sort of unique and kind of revitalized things about the genre, it's like, you got to do it again. The genre has changed a lot in the past, like 20 years now, more.
I just blew my own mind a second ago. I just had a thought. Oh my God, that's dangerous. So if the first three in the trilogy, that if this next set of movies is supposed to mimic the first three movies, then Scream 5, one of the original cast would die, because in Scream 2, spoiler alert guys, one of the original members died, Randy, and he was loved by everybody. Everybody loved Randy. So if 4, 5, and 6, I was about to say 5 and I would have to squeeze out that 4. So if 4, 5, and 6 is on the same kind of theme or path as 1, 2, and 3, then Scream 5, you're gonna lose an original member. Because everybody was so mad about losing Randy. The only other person that would make people that more upset or confused or like that emotional about it would be Sidney. That's why I'm not surprised that she was. I don't think they're voting for her because they hate her. I just think that it would be the most shocking thing to the franchise.
Yeah. They might hate her. I don't know.
They might hate her. Well, a couple of comments came in on it. Let's see. Ron S. He's contributed a couple of comments over the time on the show. Maybe it's time for me to finally watch a Scream movie. Nah. He goes, nah. Nathan Cross comes out with all of the above. Come on, it's been nearly a quarter century. The entire thing needs a major revamp. It wasn't scary then, and it relied on hip teen idols to get by. Now it doesn't even have that. Actually, have you seen the cast, the new lineup for Scream 5? They've got some names in this one. The major name that they had in Scream 4 was what's her name's niece from Pretty Woman. What's her name's niece from?
Oh, Emma Roberts.
Yeah, that was like the biggest unknown name at the time, but the biggest name out from besides the main cast was Emma Roberts. But they got I don't know if I have time to even pull it up. The guy from 13 Reasons Why.
Okay. I don't know who that is, but I'm sure that's somebody. If I were 10 years younger and a whole lot cooler, Chris, I'd be right on that one.
But that's the show, guys. I appreciate you guys. Again, if you want to contribute, go to the community tab. Sometimes we put it on Twitter for you to vote on some of these things, and we talk about it on Sunday and tally them all up and go over those votes with you guys. I appreciate you guys for doing this and keeping the community tab and the conversations really funny and entertaining and interesting always. So look out for more. There's more to come. I'm Chris Fagan. That's Amy Newman, and we will see you next week on We Got Your Vote.
If you like what you saw, make sure to subscribe to the channel and please drop a like on this video. It really does help us. Also, don't forget you can turn on notifications so you don't miss a single review, react, why is that trending, or we got your mail.